Let me show you how you can use Facebook ads to promote your app. So if you have an app either on Play Store or Apple Store and you want to promote it to get more downloads for your app, this video is going to show you how to do it. So let's begin. The first thing is obviously to have a Facebook ads manager. I have a video that shows you how to do this if you do not have this. All right, so you want to come to your Facebook ads manager. So I'm going to delete these two campaigns here and we are going to start from the very scratch. Also, you need to have your app connected to this Facebook ads manager. I'm going to do a separate video on how you can connect the app because that's a bit technical and you need to do it before you can promote this app or app installs. So if you come to your ads manager, you want to come here where we have create advert. So we have different objectives that we can select. So here we have the awareness, we have the traffic, we have engagement, but the best option for us would be the app promotion. So you select app promotion and here we can do app installs and the different app events. We are largely interested in the app installs, so we are just going to come here, click on continue. Again, you need to have this app in the Facebook developer studio or website. This is a separate video that I'm going to make. So here you just want to say okay and proceed. This is where you give your app a name or the campaign a name. So you just name it based on what you are doing. So let's say this app or this campaign we want to target a certain group of people. We can just give it the name here. And I want to come down here. Usually I use ad set budget and not the campaign budget. And if you want this advert to share some ad budget with different ad sets, I'm going to turn this off because I don't like this. So if you have an app with iPhone or Apple Store, you want to turn this on. All right, the app I want to promote now, we don't have it set up for the Apple Store yet, so I'm not going to toggle this on. But if you toggle this on, this is what it's going to do. It's going to ask you to select the app. So you are supposed to just search for the app and put it right here. All right, so this is the app I actually want to promote, but I cannot because I do not have it. I've not connected it to the Play Store for now. So this is all we need to do. If your app is under some special category, which means your advert will be under some special categories, you can come here, select the different categories that your ad will fall into. This one I'm not going to select anything. So by here you can see what you are doing here. You can just come here, click on next, go to the next phase. Again, this is your ad set level. You just name it so that you remember what you are doing. And this is where we can now select the mobile app. So if you toggle that iPhone or iOS stuff, it's going to show right here. All right, but like I said, I do not have this app on the Apple Store for now, so I'm going to come back here and I'm going to turn it off. So when I turn it off now, I can now select the Google Play Store. So what this means is that if you have your app on both of these platforms, you will have to create separate campaigns for them, all right, or separate ad sets for them, all right. So as you can see now, we now have Google Play Store, which is actually where my app is for now. So I can just come here, find the app. So this is the app. As you can see, this time I can click it. So we just come down here, want to leave everything here to standard. I want to come down to where we have the budget. So you can do a daily budget or a lifetime budget. Most people do daily budget, which is the best thing to do. So I'm going to set the daily budget. So let's say I want to do maybe 10,000 Nigerian naira. So this is less than $10 if you're watching from outside Nigeria. But you can do anything that you want budget wise, depending on what you have. So for the start date, I usually like my advert to start from 12 a.m. or 12 midnight so that we can have like consistency in the ad spend. So you can come here, click on this, and you can set the time. So before then, want to set the date. So you can come here and set it to maybe 10th, which would be the following day. And so we can come here and say 12:00, which means we want this advert to start by 12 a.m. on the 10th of June. All right. So we do not need to set an end date because we do not need that. So this is where you set your audience. All right. So usually when you want to run campaigns like this, my advice, if you do not have a lot of budget, is to go broad. All right. If you have budget, you want to do two types. Number one, you do the broad and then you do the targeting. So we are just going to go broad in this case and want to come here and select the location. So when we say go broad, we are basically talking about not targeting anybody in your targeting. So you want to leave it broad so that Facebook will decide who this advert is going to go to using their own machine learning, AI, and all of those kind of stuff. So this advert, we want it to go to just people within a particular location because this app is going to be useful for the people in a particular location, which would be Lagos, Nigeria in this case. All right. So after that, we do not want it to reach people who are not in Lagos. So we are going to remove this. This is one of the reasons why when you create advert, you give it a location, it will now spill outside your location because you allowed it to reach people who are not really in that location, but who might be interested. So this is one of the reasons. So you can make sure you untoggle it. And you can also drop pins. So for instance, I do not want this thing to go outside of Lagos. I can drop pins within the axis I want it to go. So let's say I don't want it to go somewhere around the Ikorodu here. I can drop a pin like maybe somewhere here, or want it to focus on somewhere around the Ikeja. We can just come here, drop the pin. So you can come here, click on Ikeja. So we want the advert to maybe center somewhere around Ikeja and not go beyond Ikeja. So let's put it somewhere there. All right, so we have Ikorodu, Ikeja, Lagos, and the rest. So in most cases, they are going to try to tell you to do this. Don't do it. Don't listen to Facebook. Listen to me instead. And then we want to come to the ad transparency. We want to leave everything the way it is basically here. And then we want to scroll to the bottom and we want to come to the placement. So in this placement, we want to come here, click on more settings, and then we can decide the platform where we want this advert to go to. So for instance, I do not want this advert to go to the audience network because I don't like that. And I do not want this advert to go to Threads. I only want this advert to go to maybe just Facebook and Instagram. All right. Now, the better approach is actually create for each of the platforms. So we create on Instagram and then we create on Facebook, because what happens is that if you bundle all these things like this, Facebook is in most cases going to prioritize the cheaper platform like Facebook in this case. So you will not be getting enough opportunity on Instagram. So it's better for you to either stick to one platform at a time so that you can now measure them and see the one that works much better. But if you wanted to go broad, you can also do that. But this is how we are going to do it. So again, here it says allow limited spending for excluded placement, which doesn't make any sense. We don't want that. So we are going to uncheck it. We want this advert to focus on just Facebook and Instagram in this case. All right. So we want to scroll down and we really do not have anything else to do here. All right. So want to go to the ad level. Before then, you can see what's happening. You can see your potential reach and everything here. Do not apply all these things they tell you to apply. In most cases, Facebook just wants you to do things so that they will control everything for you. But we want to actually control things ourselves. All right. So we want to come here. This is the ad name, and you can just give it a name. The naming is just for you to keep track of what you are doing. I'm actually going to rename this much later. I do not want this video to be very lengthy. That's why I'm not naming it and wasting time. So this is where you select the page, and this is your Facebook page. And I'm going to just select the page we want to use. In this case, this is the page, and it's going to pick out the Instagram account because we already have an Instagram account connected to it. But you can also see that the app also appears right here, and it shows that we are going to the App Store. So we want to send people to the App Store when they click on our profile picture. So you want to also toggle this, so when people click on the profile picture on the page, it will also take them directly to the App Store instead of taking them to your Facebook page. This is also very important, and also this also applies to the Instagram. So this is where you now start uploading the ad itself. So if you have created your ad, you can use a manual upload, and you can come here down here and want to select the creatives. So if you are using the manual upload, you can come here and you can select if you want to use either a picture or a video, and you can basically just upload it. What we want to do is that we already have the content we want to use on the profile of this app or these pages. So we are going to come back here and we are going to switch from a manual. We are going to come to the ad setup here, and we are going to select use existing posts. Now, for you to use existing post, you want to make sure that the copy you used on that post, you properly wrote this copy so that the copy will convert. All right. If not, you would want to go and write it manually or rewrite it before you start using it. So if we use this existing post and we scroll down here, we can now come to select the post, and we now have the different posts that we can select. All right, so let's say we want to use this one here. We can just click select the post, and then we can continue. So if we click on that, our ad is basically ready. So you can see it just imports the primary text and everything. I do not like this primary text, so I'm going to rewrite it in a better way. So I just wanted to show you what it would look like. So if you come down here, you can see what our advert is going to look like to the final consumers or the people who are going to see this advert. So this is the way it's going to appear in the marketplace and every other places. So anyone you do not like, you can basically edit or remove. All right, so we are using the, as you can see, we have the app events here. Everything has already been set. Again, I'm going to make a different video on how you can bring the app inside of your ads manager. So this video is basically how you create the ad itself. So the next video is going to be how to add the app to your ads manager. So subscribe to see that video. So here we can add a call to action button, and we have different details, which in our case is going to be download this app. All right, so we can use download app, or we can use this use app, which I prefer, and then we can just update it because the post we created did not have its own button. So we can now just change the button right here. We can change the button, we can remove it anytime. But if they click on this use app, it's going to take them to the download link for our app. And if you are ready, you can basically just hit publish, and your adverts will go live, and people can start seeing your adverts, and then they can start downloading your app through the Google Play Store. Also, I'm going to make another video on how you can do this for the Apple Store and how you can list your product on the Apple Store. So again, subscribe. But this is basically how you can use Facebook ads to promote your app inside or on Instagram, Facebook, and all of that. So this is how it's going to show, and we are basically done. If this video was helpful, please like the video. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section. My name is Noel. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.